We are live from the 2014 Ottawa-Gatineau International Auto Show, the largest auto show ever in the city of Ottawa. 300 vehicles. There is a vehicle here for every need in your life. And contests on all weekend, entertainment for the children on all weekend. The theme is cruising in the capital. But I've also said this afternoon that this auto show is a place where you can come and dream. You can dream about what if. I mean, for example, in my wallet, I have a lottery ticket for the Lotto Max. So I'm thinking, what if? What if I won the lottery and all of a sudden I had $20 million, $30 million? Well, maybe I would call my next guest, who is from Grand Touring Automobiles in Toronto. Cam Movasagi is here with me on CFRA. Good to see you, sir.
Same here. Thank you for having us. We're from Toronto City, and first time representing the brands that we sell and service at our dealership in the Ottawa area.
Yeah. High-end
vehicles.
So
we sell and service Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, and we also sell and service Jaguar and Land Rovers as well at our dealership.
So this is the pinnacle of
it's
the
best of the
automobile,
best.
the best of the best, right?
That's right.
So let me ask you, at Grand Touring Automobiles in Toronto, who is coming in to buy one of these automobiles?
We have a lot of private clients. We have a lot of celebrities. We have vice presidents, CEOs of companies, and those who own their own companies as well. And they've reached a level in their life or business that they like to treat themselves. So those are the people that we sell and service to.
And what's the buying experience like at Grand Touring Automobiles? I mean, do I just come down to the dealership, or do I call in advance? Do you come and see me?
Well, for best experience, we would recommend that you call ahead and set up an appointment. That way, someone's there to look after you. Just like the cars, you get basically the red carpet. We invite you down, we sit down, we go through the process of qualifying to make sure you're looking at the right model, right brand that's suitable for yourself or perhaps for the family or for the company. Then we go through the color combinations, options, equipment, so make sure again everything's suitable based on the needs for the vehicle and the options. And then we basically complete your order. That order gets sent to different factories depending on what it needs. You can also do customization on the cars. Some people put company logos or initials on the headrests of the cars or on the outside of the cars. There's a lot of customization. Everything that we deal with and kind of sell, they're hand built, so therefore you can pretty much do whatever you want.
I mean, these are rare automobiles. So,
very rare.
You know, a few hundred a year maybe of some of
right.
these automobiles, right?
That's right.
So
That's
each one
the whole
is
world.
Each one is kind of custom made.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you remember that movie Scent of a Woman, where Al Pacino goes into the Ferrari dealership and they actually let him take it for a test drive, even though he's blind. Can I walk in? Can I walk into your dealership and actually take a car for a test drive, or you probably want some proof that I am who I am? Right?
That's typically the experience, right? So there has to be a difference between those who are actually purchasing and experiencing it as opposed to just people just driving around the car. So, I mean, we do have our special days where a factory supports us with some cars. So if you're inquiring about it, we may invite you down. So that way you get the hands-on experience and test drive and basically make sure that that's the right vehicle for you. But typically our test drives are set up by appointment only, based on the need. And
I have to ask you, how's business in this market?
Business is actually very good.
I mean, there are a lot of people who can afford these cars.
Business is actually very good. We're growing. I've been with the company for a while, so about 2.5 years ago we got the Bugatti franchise, and about a year and a half ago we got the Lamborghini franchise. So we're selling and servicing now the whole Ontario region, and most of the products are doing very well.
Let me ask you, when people buy a Bugatti, for example, do they actually buy them and drive them, or do they buy them some people, I've heard people buy these cars, they never drive them. They just
Every-
keep them there to appreciate and whatever.
Everybody has a different purpose. I mean, after you take delivery of it at our dealership when we deliver it to your residence or work, it's pretty much, that's when your ownership and your experience starts. Whether you like to enjoy it as like a piece of art,
Yeah.
you like to drive it, you like to track it, those are all based.
Yeah.
You do what you like to do with it.
So do you actually sell that Bugatti Veyron car? Do you sell those in Toronto? or-
We do get them in from time to time from the factory. So if somebody wants to, there's actually a process with it. It's not just like selling the car.
Yeah.
There's a process that you got to go through to make sure that you qualify to have the
I've heard
ownership.
those are $1 million.
About $2 million.
So $2 million.
That's right. It's 1.7 million
Well, if you can
euro.
afford a $1 million car,
why
I'm
not?
sure you could probably afford a $2 million car, right? Yeah. Let me ask you, what's the difference between a Rolls-Royce and a Bentley? For years, they used to look alike. What's the difference?
They look very similar when they used to kind of share the factory. When they separated it, they kind of each took their own way and style. A typical Bentley is more of a GT, smaller wheelbase. Their Continental lineup that offers the all-wheel drive system is a big selling feature for those models. And the Rolls-Royce, of course, they have their different Phantom lineup, which comes in a 4-door extended wheelbase for those who like to have a chauffeur, perhaps. They have their drop it, they have their coupe, they have a few new models now that can just be driver oriented.
Yeah.
So if you like to purchase one and drive it yourself, then you may be buying the Wraith that we have on display or the Ghost, perhaps.
So you have 4 models here on the showroom floor, right?
Yes, we do. We have the Rolls-Royce Wraith. We have the Bentley Continental GT 12-cylinder. We have the Vantage V8S. And we have the Lamborghini Gallardo on our display.
Vantage is what make is that?
From Aston Martin.
Aston Martin.
James Bond car.
James Bond car.
Yeah, he's not here today, but
You're here, though.
I'm representing his.
Now listen, whenever people usually they work for car dealers and whatnot, they get to drive a demo.
Mhm.
Do you get to drive a demo?
Fortunately enough, yes, I do.
You do. What do
So-
you like to drive around?
I guess it depends on the day and the weather.
Yeah.
So it goes anywhere from Aston to Lambo.
Really? Yeah.
So
Nice
fortunate
perk.
enough. Yeah.
Nice perk.
Yes.
Right. What's your best-selling one at Grand Touring Automobiles? You got a
Right now,
best-selling
I would
model?
probably say, would have to say Lamborghini right now between all the models and the whole lineup is. It's a pretty hot car.
You ever
right?
sell Justin Bieber a car?
No.
No. Not
No.
yet.
No,
anyway.
not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay. Listen,
Don't want to make it to media that much that way.
you're a great sport.
Thank you.
I'd love to come up and take a look.
For sure.
All right. Thanks
Enjoy.
again.
Thank you again for having us.
That's Cam Movasaki, Grand Touring Automobiles, folks. Specializing in Bentley, Rolls-Royce, what are the other
Aston,
names?
Bugatti, and Lamborghini.
Bugatti and Lamborghini. Come down and dream here at the Ottawa Gatineau International Auto Show.